Welcome to our Yin Yoga class. My name is Tammy. I'll be guiding you through the next 60 minutes. Our focus for our class is peace and calm, finding joy. Beginning our practice with our seated position on our mat with our right leg crossed over top, up our left leg, turning your palms up towards the sky. We take a moment here in stillness. Your mudra could be with your middle finger and your thumb touching. We close our eyes. We are drawn into ourself with our breath. We breathe in through the nose. At first, you may breathe out through the mouth. We breathe in through the nose. And we breathe out through the mouth. First time. Changing the breath, breathing in through the nose. Breathing out through the nose. Breathing in through the nose. Breathing out through the nose. Inhaling. And exhaling. Continue to breathe like that. Our next pose will be puppy pose. Releasing your mudra, opening up your eyes, making your way to all fours. Coming to all fours. Spread your fingers out and a little wag through our tailbone. Wag through your tail. And then into puppy pose. Big step forward with the right hand. Big step forward with the left hand. Your hips stay over your knees. Draw your heart down towards the ground, forearms resting. Now let the forearm rest on the ground. With your forehead rested on the ground, it helps to find that grounding, that calm, peace. And with calm and peace comes that stillness of the body. When you find that calm, we can tap into our joy. And coming all the way back to all fours. Launch your hands. And we hold. Inhaling to cow. We inhale, we draw our tailbone up towards the sky. And then exhale, tailbone down into cat, big arch. Inhaling to cow. Exhaling to cat. Inhaling. Cow. Exhale, cat. 2 more cycles of breath. One more cycle of breath with the inhale. Cow. Exhale to cat. We sit back again to puppy pose. So step forward with the right hand, left hand, draw your tailbone up towards the sky, over top of the knees. With our forehead rested, let yourself go. Let yourself sink. Slowly make your way out to puppy pose. Come back to all fours. Now here we move into child's pose and curling the toes, sitting back into the heels. We walk our hands over towards the left side. Here we let our forehead rest down towards the ground. If this does not work for your knees, you can come back into puppy pose. We feel this stretch all along the side, right side of our body. Continue to hold. Now slowly come out and we make our way over to the right side. Let the forehead rest. Stretching into the left side of our body. You may also lie on the side of your body or onto your back if this pose does not work for your knees. Slowly making your way back out to all fours. Now, sometimes my right knee or my left knee gives me problems. So last week, I definitely wouldn't have been able to be on my knees and doing child's pose or going over to the side. So just changing it for myself too. So like yourself too, change the pose to whatever you need. The next pose is dragon pose. Step forward with the right hand, left hand into downward facing dog. Alternating knee bends here first. And then hold stillness on the balls of the feet. Into three-legged dog, take the right leg up to the sky, bend through the knee, and step onto the outside of the right wrist. Dragon pose. We draw the pelvis down towards the ground. You may have your knee off of the floor or your knee down towards the ground. So nice choice here for yourself. Then taking your forearms down to the ground if you want a little bit more of a challenge. A bigger stretch into the outside of the right hip. Let your pelvis go. So we let our pelvis sink into the ground. And let your head hang. Now come back to your breath. With the exhale breath, let your body release into the ground. Feel your shoulders soften. Feel your pelvis soften. Is your head hanging? Maybe at this point, the pose gets a little bit harder to hold. Turn your attention to your breath to help yourself. Breathing in, breathing out. Coming out of dragon, we make our way back, all the way back to the downward facing dog, or you can come to all fours. Into the other side, three-legged dog, lifting the right leg, bend through the knee and step onto the outside of the left wrist. Okay, here are the options. You may have the knee down towards the ground. You may hold here, or forearms coming down. You can also have the knee off the ground and pushing the right heel back. Here we're checking in to see if we're letting our head go. Let the neck muscles release. Turn your attention to your breath. This big opening through the left side of our pelvis, we breathe into it, inhaling and exhaling to let ourselves go. Are we able to let the pelvis sink into the ground? I don't need you to worry about anything else. The only thing is just worrying about letting your body release, letting your body sink. Coming out of dragon, we come back to downward facing dog, or you may come back to all fours. And then everyone to all fours, lying on the front of our body for Sphinx. Forearms down towards the ground, elbow is underneath of the shoulder. So for both sides, your elbows are underneath the shoulders. We lift our chest up. Uncurl the toes, the feet are flat down towards the ground. I have to move one of my pillows there. Okay, so the toes are uncurled. Lifting your heart up. Elongating through the spine. Draw your chin down towards the chest and let our head hang. So with the yin yoga, it is passive, but this pose is definitely still active. But how do we become passive in it? So we notice that our muscles are working, but we are continuing to think about letting go. Continuing to let the shoulders be drawn down away from the ears. Do you notice if you were able to release the neck muscles? Let your head hang. Continue to let the shoulders soften away from the ears. Continue to be elongating through the spine, maintaining an active spine. Coming out of Sphinx, we let our body settle into the ground. Let your right cheek rest onto your mat. The arms come by your side. Let your cheek rest, right cheek rest. Your whole body sinks into the ground. Here, I want you to notice your breath. Is it an even breath? Are you breathing into whole center? Are you letting go? Our physical body usually tells us something about how we're doing mentally. So if you're feeling a little bit agitated, a little bit off, maybe it's hard to find that stillness. I encourage you to use your breath to help find stillness. If you have a busy mind, using your breath to help you to let go. As we know, it's wonderful to be here together, practicing yoga to help us find that peace, inner peace, the calm. From here, we move into our next pose, which will be swan. Coming back to all fours. If swan doesn't work for you, you may lie on your back and come into figure four with your right ankle crossing over the left knee. If you want, join me in swan, step forward with right hand, left hand into downward facing dog. Here, I should say, you will need pillows. So before you come into swan, if you don't have your props around you, so if you don't have a pillow handy for you to be able to get, do that right now and have it onto the right side. Okay, back to all fours. Right hand, left hand into downward facing dog. Three-legged dog, the right leg lifts up to the sky, bend through the knee and turn the right knee out to the right wrist. Take your pillow, place it underneath the right hip. Now sleeping swan. We fold forward. The forehead coming down towards the ground. You can let the forehead rest on your hands. That's always nice to do. Or you can let the forehead rest on the ground. I'll show you the option for this too. So if you're in sleeping swan, continue to hold. And here's the option that I had said before, lying on your back. To figure four, crossing your right ankle over the left knee. You can wrap your hands around the left leg. and the left leg dangles. This is an opening into the right side of our hip. Breathing into the right side of the hip. The exhale breath helps you to release. Immerse yourself in this pose with your breath. Breathing in, breathing out, release. If you were in figure 4, so lying on your back, then cross your right ankle, and then crossing left ankle with the right knee. If you're in sleeping swan, slowly make your way out back to downward facing dog. And then to all fours, move your pillow or your block, whatever you were using, to the other side. Then to all fours and then back to downward facing dog. Left leg lifts, three-legged dog. Bend through the knee and turn the knee on to the outside of the right or the left wrist. And pillow comes underneath the left hip. We fold into the ground for sleeping swan. I have my right toes right down to the ground right now. If I'm able to square my hips, I release my foot down towards the ground. So the top of my foot lets go. And my pelvis is able to come a little bit closer towards the ground and we let go. I have my forehead resting onto my arm. You can also use your hands or you could use your mat, a block. Breathing into the areas of tightness. Not only it could be your left side of the hip, it could be your back. So breathing into any areas that you feel that it's tight. And exhale, let go. It's truly amazing how you're able to tell your body to do something, so that mind-body connection, and then it does it. So tell your body to let go. Tell your body to release. Tell your body to sink a little bit deeper. Slowly coming out of swan, or you're coming out of figure four. Everyone making their way back to downward facing dog and then all fours. We come into our next pose, which is dragonfly. Dragonfly is legs out, seated on our bottom and legs out into a V. You may use pillows to put between your legs like this. And you can put your pillows up nice and high. Or you can use the bolster. I have a bolster. And then I can lie on my bolster. Or your pillows up nice and high. And then we inhale, lifting up your heart towards the sky. Exhale, fold over. We let our forehead rest. This is quite nice to do. Let yourself enjoy this nice big opening into the inner thighs. Let your body release forward. And remember, build those pillows up high enough so that you're able to let the upper body rest, able to let the body fold forward and rest. Are you able to let go of the shoulders? Are you able to let go of your center? Are you able to let the pelvis sink into the ground? Are you able to not worry? out of dragonfly. We slowly come back upright. And to our next pose, shoelace. For shoelace, you might need a pillow. So just have them that close or a block. With shoelace, the goal is to have the right knee stacked over top of the left knee. That's the goal. So you can do it this way too. Have the left leg out straight in front, crossing your right ankle over top of the left knee, and then place your pillow or another pillow, 2 pillows could be underneath the right knee. You can move the knee so it's over top of the left knee here, and then hold it that way too, and then hold. Okay. For full shoelace, both knees may be bent, right knee stacked over top of the left knee. Now, if you don't need any of your pillows, just set them to the side. And now we hold. We inhale. We exhale. We tip your chin down towards the chest. Release your shoulders. Notice any areas of tightness again. Breathe into those areas of tightness. Exhale, let them go. Let your bodies feel soft. Your body give way to the earth. The earth absorb everything that you do not need. You breathe. Out of shoelace on the side. Release your hands. Take the legs forward. Feet wide in the hips. You may windshield wiper knees side to side with me. Into the other side. Right leg will go underneath. Left leg will go over top. And then lining up your knees. And we hold. Or the other way would be having the right leg straight, left ankle crossing over top of the right knee, or you can move it down so that the left knee is over top of the right. Okay. We find what works for us, yourself, and And we hold stillness. We draw the chin down towards the chest. A little tip of the chin. We breathe. Let ourselves smile. Let ourselves relax. Finding that inner peace, calm, the joy within. We're practicing yoga, which is so helpful for us to do this. Moving further into our practice with our breath. Moving further into our practice with our mindset. To be able to let go. To be able to find that stillness. Being aware of what we need. Having a mind-body connection. Continue to breathe. Slowly make your way out of shoelace, taking your hands behind and twisting the legs. Your heels may come forward and then legs wider than the hips. Windshield viper, knee side to side again. Here we make our way down towards the ground. So turning our bodies, top of our head, towards the front of your mat. We roll over to the side of our bodies and to our back. Draw the knees in towards the chest. Right knee, left knee into the chest. We hold for cradle and let our pelvis settle into the ground. Our next pose will be stirrup. Turning the right knee to the right armpit, left knee to the left armpit. So turning the knees out. You may hold underneath the knee pits. with your hands and let the feet dangle. Or you can hold onto your ankles and then just let the legs dangle, or to the outside of the edges of your feet. And take your feet up so that they are parallel with the ceiling or the sky. With our knees turned out, draw the knees down towards the ground. Close your eyes. We open our body. Feel your pelvis, feel your back settle into the ground. And we breathe. How is your pelvis? How is your lower back? How are your inner thighs? Coming out of stirrup, draw the knees towards the center, back into cradle and hold. Our final pose will be Shavasana or Pentacle. You may continue to lie on your back. You may take your right foot, left foot down towards the ground. You may have the knees bent. Or you're having the legs straight. And with Shavasana, you can take your legs a lot quite open, away from the center, away from midline. Your arms may come towards the side of the body and then open them further away from the body. You may also lie on the side of your body, or you may come into a seated pose for meditation. Finding which way you would like to come into the final pose, to come into relaxation, nidra, a meditative state. Close your eyes. Let your eye sockets sink back. Feel heavy. Facial muscles soften. Lips part. Feel the neck muscles give way. I will call you back when it is time. Slowly coming back. Noticing any sounds around you. Noticing the feeling you have in your body. Noticing any thoughts. Continue to let them pass by one by one. Wiggling your toes, wiggling your fingers to help you to start to wake up. If you're lying in your body, lying on your back, you may bend the right knee, left knee, and making your way to fetal, taking your right arm overhead and then moving over to your right side. Take a moment and then make your way up to a comfortable seated position. You take your hands to your heart center, facing the moon and sun together. The moon and the sun. Close your eyes. Feel your shoulders soften. Feel your body. Peace. Love. And joy. Use your breath to help you to do that. We open up our eyes. Thank you so much for coming and joining my practice, sharing your practice with me. The light in me sees the light in you. Namaste.